Although we can drink tap water, let's face it, most of the time it tastes awful. So I'm always trying to find solutions to drink more water that is tasty. So today we're gonna try out this purifier from the Jimmy brand, model R9. It is a reverse osmosis water purifier, a 7-step system that is only plug and play. The only thing we'll have to do is clean it up, activate the filters, and it's ready to go. It's gonna give us different temperatures, different volumes. Let's see if it works. Let's get started. But before we do, don't forget to subscribe. This really helps us out so we can continue sharing these experiences with you and be able to upload more videos. The first thing we're gonna do is open the box to see what's inside. We're gonna take everything out. I'm gonna show you what's in there, and then we're gonna clean it for the first use. After taking everything out of the box, I can tell you this is what comes in the box. We have its documents. It comes with a quick start guide and a user manual. It comes with this water tank. This is to fill the water tank with tap water. It comes with a lid for this water tank, 2 small jugs or pitchers with its lids. One is for you to put the clean water, and then it comes with a replacement. And this replacement, you can use it several ways. You can either fill it up and put it in the fridge, or maybe fill one up and then use that one while the other one is filling up. So it all depends on how the dynamics in your home works. And it comes with the dip tray. It comes in 2 pieces, and it has this transparent lid. This one goes at the top of the purifier, where you can find 3 water filters, and it comes with the actual water purifier. Now that we have everything out of the box, I'm gonna wash up all of the pieces to be able to assemble it, and we're gonna prepare it for the first use. After washing all of the accessories, assembling it was really simple. I started with the transparent lid. That one goes up here with the filters, and then the dip tray has 2 pieces, so you have to put those together and it goes in the bottom. And the raw water tank goes on the side with its lid. And finally, one of the pitchers you're gonna set aside, but the second pitcher with the lid you're gonna put on this side right here. And that's it. It was really easy to assemble. I think it's really easy to just clean everything and put it back. No problems with that. And then I want to mention something about the cable. I think it's pretty long. I think that's a good thing, because that way you can put it anywhere you like, especially if you're gonna put it somewhere that is not the kitchen. For example, if you're buying this for an office, that way, if you don't have a plug near where you want to place it, you can just extend the cable and put it where you want it. So after that, I started with the activation process. This process is basically passing water through the filtration system before actually drinking the water, to be able to activate all of the filters and be able to, any residues that are in there that we don't want to drink, to be able to clean those as well. The first thing that I did was filling up the tank. The tank has a minimum level indication, but it does not have a maximum level. So what I did is I just filled it up to the point where it reached the bottom of the handle, so I was able to move it around without spilling it. An important thing I want to mention is that it does have a floating device on one of the sides. It is a white little thing that kind of moves around. You want to make sure that it's correctly installed. It comes installed, but if for some reason yours during the transportation moved, just be sure that it is within its lane. Then I placed the tank right in the filtration system, and then I plugged in the device. And I didn't have to touch anything. By its own, what it does, it gets the water from the tank. It starts passing it through the system. It has 3 different filters, but it is 7 stages of filtration. So it's going through all that process, and it starts to fill the pitcher that we have up front. So you're gonna see the water level in the pitcher rise, and it's gonna stop once the pitcher is full. Once the pitcher is full, you have to get it, empty the pitcher, and do that process again. I did this for 5 times, and throughout the process, you're gonna notice that the tank empties out, so it gets to the minimum level. When either the machine indicates it or either you notice it's in the minimum level, what you have to do is empty that water. And I do want to highlight, when you see that water, don't be scared. It looks like soapy water, so it might be a little bit whitish and you might see some bubbling or some foam up top. That is completely normal according to the user manual. So I recommend you rinse the tank before refilling it. And that was the first time, but when I did it the second time, it kind of minimized that whitish residue. And then the third and fourth, you will eventually stop seeing that white residue, so don't worry about that. And after doing that, I went ahead and did the second part of the activation, which is the hot water. You have to do something a little bit different because the pitcher only has room temperature water. So that water is at 71 degrees Fahrenheit, but you want to fill and activate the hot water as well. So you have to get another container. I did a Pyrex measuring cup, and I did a 2-cup one. I selected the 200 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the highest temperature, and I selected the 500 milliliters to be able to dispense that. And I did that same thing about 4 or 5 times, about 2.5 liters of water. And that's it. I know it sounds tedious, I know it's hard work, but you only have to do this when you start using the machine, and then if you change the filters, you're gonna have to do that again. But that's with any filtration system. Now that we know that, I wanna talk a little bit of how we use the control panel, and we're gonna taste the water. I'm so excited to see how it tastes. So let's take a look. I like the display. It is touchscreen, so that's really cool. The first part over here talks about the temperature of the water that is dispensing. Right now it's saying it's between 71 and 73 degrees Fahrenheit. And then the second number right here talks about the purity of the water. So the source water is the water from the tank, the tap water that we're using. It says that it is at 713, so that's pretty high. In this case, the higher the number, the more contaminated the water is. The lower the number, the purer the water is. So that's kind of how you want to look at it. And then we talk about the second number over here. It says 6, that is the purity of the water that is in the pitcher and the one that it's gonna dispense in this side right here. And then this side has 3 different numbers with indicators, like a battery level indicator. This indicates the 3 different filters that we have right here on the top. They have a number. That number matches these numbers right here, and it tells you the life of the filter. So once you see it emptied, it's gonna tell you that it is time to change the filter. And right here at the bottom, we have 6 different levels of temperatures and 6 different levels of water dispensing, so the volume of the water. And you have as 7th option with the temperature of the water, because you can actually just dispense the water that is right here, the 71, 73 degrees Fahrenheit. And for the volume, you have 2 different options besides the 6 different levels. So you can either pick one of these, or you could just dispense the water without selecting any of the volumes, and you can stop it whenever your container is full, or your cup or your glass or whatever you're filling up is full. So if you're not sure what size is it, you can use that option. Or if you need a lot of water, for example, if you're filling up your coffee machine, for example, you could just use the one here at the pitcher. So it's that simple, very easy. So you select which one you want, and then you select the level, and then you dispense. That's it. I'm not gonna do that right now because I wanna try it and I don't want hot water. So I'm just gonna do the 73 degrees Fahrenheit. And since I don't know the size of this glass, I'm just gonna go ahead and dispense. You just click right here and it starts giving us water. If the light is blue, it's indicating that it's using just the room temperature. But if the light is red, it indicates that it is giving you the hot water. Once you want it to stop, you just click on this gray thing again and it stopped dispensing. And I stopped it a little bit before because I want to show you that other option. So you just remove this and you can actually just finish filling up the water with the pitcher. That's it. Without further ado, we're gonna try the purified water. It is very tasty. It is delicious. It is fresh. Way better than the one that I tried at the beginning of the video. Believe me, I don't mind tap water. I can drink it, but this is definitely gonna make me drink more water. So tell me in the comments, what did you think about this machine? Do you like it? You want it at home? So far for me, my first impression, I think it's a great device. Water tastes great. It was easy to use, easy to install. It was kind of tedious, that activation, but that is gonna happen with any filtration system. So that's something that you just have to work with it. But it was really easy to use. I like the touchscreen. I like the way that it dispenses. I like the fact that the tank is big, but you also get this reservoir right here of the pitcher. Plus you get the second pitcher, which I'm just gonna fill and put in the fridge. And if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe. This is gonna help us out to keep doing experiments, to keep showing you more appliances, to letting you know if it's worth it or not. And if you know someone is looking for a water purifier system, please share this video. If you didn't like this one, maybe it's too big. Don't worry, I did review another one not too long ago, so I'm gonna leave that video at the end of this video. See you next time. Ciao.